And my Thanksgiving cactus doesn't know it's not Thanksgiving.
Mine. Let's see, yeah, that's different. Yeah, it's different than mine. I did take a snapshot of
Mm-hmm.
the Easter, the Thanksgiving, and Christmas and the difference in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to, and mine definitely is a Christmas one. Yes, different than that.
But that one will bloom like 3 or 4 times a year. It's just the weirdest thing.
It's growing a lot. I mean, it's really,
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, look at that, I got it, all of this right the first time, that's weird. I don't play with remotes at home either, so I'm always like, click, 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 and he's like, quit messing with TV yet. And I don't watch,
It's so hard to do too. Oh, this chair has like little tiny cat in it.
yeah. I was telling you, there's another one that has a little slit. I told her I'm gonna have to get some patches for them,
Yeah,
or they get big.
yeah.
I don't even know how they get cuts in.
I
Because
don't know unless somebody has something, popular or something.
yeah. But I've had these chairs. Let's see, since 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're good chairs.
Yeah, I mean, they're 12 years old, so
Yeah,
they look, most of them look pretty brand new, so.
yeah.
But they're well taken care of too. And I don't have a lot of monkey children jumping around on them. Okay. Just a little background noise. All right. So in your chair, straddle position, nice and tall. We're gonna just take our shoulders forward and back, forward and back. Until you squeeze and work out. On the Aging How Rude live meeting yesterday, there was 2 ladies. One lady commented that her lady's name, so I was like, hey, you should come join us. We have fun. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Up and over, just warming the body up a little bit before we moving. Actually, I think I'm taking inventory of everything that's talking to you this morning. Pull your abs in, tall spine. Four, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring the legs together. So for now, I want your knees right in front of your hip joints. Walk your legs, keep a tall chest, lean forward, and come back. Make sure your abs are pulled up and in. You should feel like the back of your hips, low back area. Nice. Good morning, Nicole. Come on. Make sure everything's lubricated before we go. We're going to take the leg to the side and to the front. Squeeze your glute, release. Squeeze your glute, release. Squeeze your glute, release. A few more. One more. And switch sides. Open. Come on. Nice. We're gonna pick up the hips. Hip, hip. So you have to squeeze your bum. Basically, we're rocking our pelvis. Again, abs are in. Waking up our ovaries and our glutes. And 4, 3, 2, last one. We're gonna slightly heel out, knees definitely bent. Come forward. We're gonna rotate to the left and rotate to the right. Rotate to the left and rotate to the right. And I'm trying to keep my spine in the same position the whole time. Basically, I'm turning my shoulders. You don't even have to turn your head. You just turn your shoulders. One more each way. Come up. I'm going to slide the leg out just a little bit more. The leg is soft, not locked out. Lift a little higher this time. Go straight forward, keep your chin up. I know it's like, and release it. I was trying to talk about that the other day about releasing your hamstring. And I don't think everybody understood, but if your hamstring's caught, you know, you're like, oh. So push your chin forward. Windshield wiper your foot, in and out. Abs are pulled up and in. And 4, 3, 2, last one. From the center, switch. Again, knees pretty bent on the first one. Nice tall chest, abs are in. I want you to keep your head in the same spot. Don't turn your head. Turn your shoulders and turn your shoulders. And I just like sliding my legs because it helps me keep everything in alignment. And it keeps you from getting dizzy. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Consider roll up. Straighten the leg just a little bit more, softening. Abs are in. Lift. Put your chin out of yourself. Windshield wiper. And again, keep your abs toned. And 4, 3, 2, 1, up. You can stand up, shake out your legs a little bit. Shake out your hips. It should feel like you can move right now. Put your backs down. All the way to the back of the chair. So sit tall as you can, pull your abs in, right? Everything's lifted. Keep that lifted feeling and lean back on the chair. So when you lean back, your vision is where the wall meets the ceiling. Now reach your fingers down, palms are definitely forward. Can you flare your fingers a little more now? Squeeze your your shoulder blades together just slightly so you can feel your chest open up. We're just going to lift those arms to the side, all the way up. And then we're going to go right back down. Just a little stomach move. You're finding your chest. Keep your palms to the front right now. If you need to adjust to get a better stretch, go for it. Now we're going to turn the palms towards the ceiling. And again, flare fingers. If you can flare them so much where you can get a palm stretch, that would be lovely. Down, up, hold at the top. So our palms are facing each other. Can you rotate just enough that your thumbs out. Yep. So you should have a stretch like in your forearms. Now we're gonna go down again. Can you feel it more into your shoulders this time? These will take a little slower because I don't want anything to tweak. But I need them to stretch still. Abs are in. Relax your hands. Bring them up, shake them out. So you should feel like you've done some chest and shoulder, anterior shoulder openers. We're gonna release the fascia in our neck before we go any further. So I need you to anchor your skin, literally. So I'm starting here and I'm just pulling my skin down. So it's taut. I'm gonna take my left ear over. So I'm basically thinking about stretching your skin. Now take your chin towards your shoulder, and we're just going to, on that access point, rotate the head. Now, if you're really anchored well, you will feel clear up, maybe not just the base of your ear, but the middle of your ear. And release. Turn your neck right and left, just to loosen it up. Again, I'm going to pull my skin down on the left side. And I use both hands because it's easier. And I'm anchoring my skin. I take my head over, look down on my shoulder. Now I'm on my access point. Look down past your shoulder, look up towards the ceiling. Keep that head laid over. And again, I can feel all the way up. I want to see the back side of my ear into my ear. And come up, turn your head right and left. Does that feel easy or no?
This side,
It must be really tight.
they feel different,
Yeah.
you know. This side felt good, this side, they feel good.
Which side do you sleep on?
Both. I start with this side, but I end with this side.
But yeah, we don't realize how much tension we get in our neck. And then we're like, I don't know what's wrong.
It's a curvy.
Yep, I'm happy to hear that. You were doing it right.
It's like that nervy.
Yes, exactly.
But
So think about how many nerve cells you have in your skin alone. And the sheath, the fascia between your muscle and your skin, we're basically loosening it between the two, so these slide easier. Because if not, we can't stretch, literally. And that's what happens, like, we get the same concept in our belly, but it's harder to stretch. You just can't hold stuff and stretch. All right, here's your. I want to take my left leg out of this scenario. I want to think about my foot doing the work and not so much my knee. I want to go on the inside track of my foot, just let you put the knee drop. Internal rotation, right? Because of where we're at, you're not going to get as far over or external. Drop in, out. So I think outside the edge of my foot, inside the edge of my foot, out, and in. Put your abs up, in. Working on that hip joint again. 4, 3, 2, last one. The switch. That's where we're starting from. In, out, in, out. So literally, I just did a 15-minute warm-up just to get actually doing what I want to do. One main reason is because we just got out of bed not too long ago. And the body's like, oh, not yet, sister. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's stand up. And the legs might feel a little hip. Okay. So I'm using the chair only for balance. I'm going to take my right foot forward, my left foot back. I'm going to turn my toes in. So you're pigeon toed. If I stand here, I'm just taking the foot back. So you have a stretch on that left hip. So I'm going to twist to the right, just your hips. Can you feel the back side of your hip? And again, the chair's there for balance. Come back to neutral. Gonna do it again. So we're gonna float these down. Twist and unwind. Twist and unwind. Twist and unwind. Keep your toes tucked, so you don't want the booty sticking out. And twist and unwind. One more. And release. You might want to move a little bit. You should be able to feel like up here. Other side. Yeah. Internal rotation. And my feet are on skis, right? They're not in alignment. Tuck your toes. And again, we're going to twist to the left. Twist and release. Do you have more range of motion on this side or the other side? I think this side. Yeah, you just went, woo! Yeah. Twist and release. Twist and release. Nice. It's not a hard stretch, but you can definitely feel that stuff's moving around in there. And I said, we never really stand pigeon-toed, not unless you're naturally pigeon-toed, right? Do a couple more. One more, because both legs are in internal rotation. And come up. Let us shake it out. You can feel where we've been working. And it doesn't feel bad, it just feels different. Now I keep taking the hairs off. Glasses, check it. So again, everything's in alignment. My hips are equal, so I'm not out one way or the other. I'm going to slide your left foot back, and again, the chair's there for balance. My toes are both forward. So we want to make sure we're split weight now. Fix your back foot just a little bit. There you go. So your back foot might feel like it's pigeon-toed still, but it's not feeling like pigeon-toed. Now tuck your toes. Push your hips right and left, left and right. Find the stretch on the outer hip, around your pelvic crest. Just rock it on side to side. We'll leave the hip out to the right. Reach up and over. So we're going to take this right arm. We're going to touch the chair and come right back up. Keep pushing that hip out the whole time. So when you come up, you should feel into your armpit and chest area, and then back. Armpit, chest, and back. And because of the stance we're in, you're actually getting a little more nervous stretch down low without realizing it. We've already stretched it. One more, please. And up. Now let's switch sides. And again, feet are on the lower tracks. Tuck your toes. Make sure your toes are straight ahead. That goes pretty well. It just hits. You always have that one foot that just wants to kick out a little bit. Everybody. All right, so again, make sure you're tucked here so you have that hip flexor. We're going to start here, wobble the hips, wobble the hips. Basically, this is just so I don't want your hips to be the primary stretch when we get ready to get the big move in. So we stretch the outside of the hips first. Come to neutral, hand goes up. Right? Now push your hip way left. Keep your body flat. And now we're going to round it, fold, unstretch, and come up. I actually feel this side a lot more than what I was expecting. And keep pushing that hip to the left. Stretch around the shoulder blade area. Stretch open chest. Shoulder blade, armpit, and chest. And 4, 3, 2, last one, and grab a quick drink. So that was like, I'm gonna say pretty quick 20 minutes. My, yeah, go ahead and face that way. So it will be your left hand goes in the chair. Right now, my legs are a little straight. I'm stretching the back of my legs, letting that nervy stretch happen. Now bend your knees so you get rid of it. Flatten your back. Pull your abs up. You're gonna take your right hand, put it on the back of your head. Point your elbow towards the front of the room. Pull your abs in. Now your left hand, arm, push it out of the chair. Push yourself away from the chair. We're going to fold into our arm. Fold into your left arm, but don't fall into it. So I don't want your elbow to hit the back of the chair. Change to that. Fold. Keep that elbow out to the side. Keep it way lifted. Let's do one more. Because it's real easy to do this. So you should never see your elbow. It should always be out to the side. Let's switch. And again. So legs are straight for a second. I want you to think about your hips for a moment. Can you pull your hips towards the ceiling, push your heels down, have a big stretch back there? We're just giving it a moment. Bend your knees. And again, you're pushing yourself out of the chair with your left arm. Right hand goes behind your head. Keep your elbow lifted. Ready? Fold. And come up. Fold. Yay. Keep that elbow way lifted. You should not wait to see it whatsoever. Fold into your standing arm. Pull your abs up and in. And fold. Couple more. Last one. And come up. Yeah, where did you feel that? You're doing this. I felt it here. Try one. There's a reason I'm asking. So hold on. Do it again. I hope it's on my, is it here?
No, it's mostly on this side.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for is down through here.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a nice stretch and it allows your rib cage and your hips to go different directions. So you should feel like you can move a little easier. I know, see, you can hula hoop now.
So say, if I had a hula, I might actually get it done. Never mind.
But, yeah. So these are some things that we don't do anymore, like, we don't hula hoop anymore. Or hula hoop anymore. This doesn't work the same, not anymore at least. And main reason why is we've stopped doing it. I was really contemplating on getting weighted hula hoops. If they weren't so big, I know you can break them down, but that's a lot of extra. But with a weighted hula hoop, it doesn't have to be super heavy, it just has to have, I think, like a pound, and it will actually stay up. And so the light ones, there's no weightedness to it. So when you roll it around, there's nothing heavy on one side to make it loop. That makes sense.
You know when I was a kid.
But again, those are just, I'll call them, I love our parents, but they're like cheap hula hoops.
Yeah.
These are not like cheap hula hoops. Because when you take it around, you know it's going around. The light ones are like, where's it at? Where's it at? So feet are definitely outside my hips. Turn your toes out. I want you to lunge over towards your left, bending your left knee, allow it to pass your toe. You should have a stretch on the internal side of your right leg, and we're going to switch sides. Think about sink in, and sink in. So when you do this with control, it's not so scary. If I just jumped into this would be scary because I'd be concerned about my knees. I know. But we actually have this movement in everyday life, walking up and down steps. And if you don't walk up and down steps, you lose this. I have one step in my world, and that's that curve out there. Let's do one more side. And come up. So, I don't know how many exercise classes, I've said it myself, don't ever allow your toes to go in front of your knees, blah, blah, blah. When we walk up steps, our knee is definitely in front of our toes and we have big dorsal flexion. I'm going to move this chair around so you see me better. I'm just going to call my regular legs now, my left leg back. And I'm going to tuck my tush. I am split weight. I'm not locking my knees out because it pinches me, right? My knees are soft. My head is stacked right over my pelvis. I'm going to bend the back knee. You should feel like low down in your calf, around your ankle and heel. Now think about your heel. Push the floor a little more. Now straighten that leg. Go all the way to the ball of your foot. It will pitch you forward, but I still have a lot of weightedness on the ball of my foot. And I'm on the inside track and not the pinky toe. Because it's really easy to drop that. It's easy to drop that foot out instead of keeping it in alignment. So you should be at your second and first toe. Now roll back down, bend the knee. Straighten the leg, lift the heel. Imprint your foot down, bend the knee, straighten, and peel off the floor. So there's basically 4 movements: down, bend, straighten, lift the heel. Let's do a couple more. Make it really smooth now. Bend, straighten, push. Last one. Down, bend, straighten, push. And come up. So you should definitely feel like you've been working, right? And we're just doing that range of motion. I feel like I talk so much in this class, but I feel like I have to get all the pieces, guys, sorry. So again, toes are in alignment, tuck your tush, heads over your pelvis. So we're gonna bend that knee, that back knee, just let it stretch for a minute. Again, your split weight. Now think about your heel, push it into the ground. Hanging out here just a few. Go ahead and straighten that leg. Now push your heel off the floor, get all the way to the ball of your foot. So you feel your arch stretching. And here we go. Imprint down, bend the knee. Straighten the knee, heel off. Down, bend, straighten, lift. Down, bend, straighten, lift. And again, think about where you're rolling up to, your first and second toe. Drop down, straighten, and lift. So if you have weak ankles, this is one nice way to get them a little stronger. And when you're dropping down from that knee, how low can you get there? And rest. So again, you should feel like you've been doing so. So we're going to back to one of the stretches since we just did that. Legs are forward and back. I have my left leg back, toe in. Right? You're going to take your left hip and turn it to the right. I'm hoping that you remember where you were earlier. You feel like you can move a little easier this time, Dan?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And come back around, or yeah, come back to the front. Switch your feet. There's your pigeon toe position. And again, we're gonna twist to the left. It should feel like it just went there. Like you don't even have to really think of it. Isn't that kind of crazy? And all we did was loosen everything up. And come back. So like, you don't realize how tight things get until we like make that progression. And so that's all I'm doing, is doing a progression. I'm gonna put myself on this side. I'm gonna put myself back on that side because I need you to see the visual. Actually, maybe I could just do it this way. Let's do it this way. I'm gonna put my knee in the chair, but I can move my leg easily because I'm not weighted on it. My weight's here. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I don't want to be over here. I want to be where I can move. That's the first one. Now there's space between me and the chair. I want to push, tuck my tush, and push. So you're gonna feel that quad hip flexor. Like it should be like, oh yes, we do. My foot is flexed, by the way, I'm pulling my toes under the chair. Relax. We're going to take our standing leg back just a little bit. You can move the chair with your knee, whatever you like. I want to create more space. So again, I'm up tall. Now, if your hip touches this, you're better than I am. I know I'm not going to get there. Right? Tuck your tush. So now I have a little bit more range of motion. My standing leg is soft. Right? So I'm really thinking push. And come up, let's switch sides. So the first one was definitely there's my quad. The second one shouldn't have been as bad. So again, I'm pretty close to the back of the chair, nice and tall, and I'm just gonna tuck that tush and push. Oh my goodness, make sure your foot gets flexed underneath. I like this as a quad stretch. As your quad gets more lengthened out, That's when you can start bringing it up. Right? So this is a mobility 1 class, right? So this is why we start here. The goal is to get here and then be able to push, to get a deeper stretch. But we start in this angle, and then as we progress through the month, I'm hoping to, and I'll probably end up using like a strap to help you pull the leg up. Sounds awesome, yes? Very relaxed. I want to reset the hips one more time before we call it a class. Go ahead and have a seat. So if your hips are tight, this is a reset. Nice and tall, legs are out front, slide your hands so your knees don't go out. Take a breath. Exhale, lean forward. Keep your chin pulling up. Abs are tight. Where do you feel? You feel low center back?
I feel right by my shoulder area.
Okay.
And there, and my lower back.
Do you feel less hips?
Yeah.
Toe in, and then pull your heels in, so your feet are parallel. You feel a little bit of hips?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically we're just like, you need to go this way. Take a breath. Exhale. I want you to relax forward. Wherever you go, you go. Feel a big stretch in that low back area on your spine. Perfect. Tuck your chin. Try to release, try to release. Roll up one vertebrae at a time, and I think we'll call it a class. So if your hips are tight, you might want to save this one because it really does make a difference. It makes my hips happy. So this weird little one we were doing today with the rotation is actually for sciatic issues. So just saying you might want to try it because when we went back to it, like you could definitely move a little more. Yay, go team. Thank you, Nicole. Have a great day.